Hey math friends, welcome back. Today you are going to take a quiz on percent increase and decrease. So over the past few days we have practiced percent increase and decrease, finding that part or finding the new value based on that. So let's just review before you take your quiz. So remember, we always think of our original or our starting value as 100%. And then things that tell us we're going to have an increase are more, greater, higher, grow. Tax is an increase. Tip is an increase. A markup is an increase. And then things that tell us we're going to have a decrease, less, fewer, lower, shrink, or a sale, a discount, or a markdown. And that proportion that we use is always percent over 100 equals part over whole, or is over of, or new over original. And we can solve them two ways. We can write the increase or decrease as a percent of the original, so greater or less than 100%, or we can find that part and then subtract or add based on that. And in our examples, I'm going to show you that. So if you have not already, I would make sure that you do the practice from yesterday and make sure that you understand that. And if you have questions, let me know before you take this quiz. But let's review very quickly. Our first question, Jamal's lunch cost $8.95 plus 6.5% sales tax. What is the total cost of Jamal's lunch, including the sales tax? So let's think through this. Before I do anything else, I want to write my proportion down. Percent over 100 equals part over whole, is over of, new over original. I always want to write that so I make sure I put things in the correct place. So let's look at it. Important in this problem, his lunch cost $8.95 before we add the tax. So that would be our original price or our whole, depending on how you want to look at it, plus 6.5% sales tax. Now we know the word tax means we're going to add to that cost, but it also gives us plus 6.5% sales tax. So let's make sure we know the question. The total cost. What is the total cost? So we know that we're going to not just find that 6.5%. We're going to also find the total cost after that 6.5%. So there's two ways that we could do this. The first way is we could find 6.5% of that whole. So I would say 6.5 over 100 is equal to something over 895. Again, when we solve these, we cross multiply and divide. So 6.5 times 8.95, I would get 58.175. And then I would divide that by 100 to get 0.58175. But I'm going to round to two decimal places, so I'm going to just keep it at 0.58. Then that is only our tax. So that's just the 6.5%. We have to find the total, remember, total cost. So the $8.95 plus 0.58. So that our total is $9.53. That's how much Jamal's going to pay for the lunch plus the tax. Another way that we could do this, and we've talked about this, is write our percent compared to the original. So if we know that we increase 6.5%, we could say 100% plus 6.5 to get 106.5. And that would be the percent that we use when we're solving this. So we could say 106.5 over 100 equals something over 8.95, our original value. We can cross multiply and we would get 953.175 divide by 100. We would get $9.53 when we round to two decimal places. Okay? So you get the same answer either way, but in the first problem, we found 6.5%, then added. The second solving method, we did the percent increase and already added that, and then found our total cost. Whichever one works for you, whichever one makes sense to you, please use that one. But I want to make sure that you guys remember this. If it just asked us, what is the tax amount? You would find this part, 0.58. But since it says total cost, we know that we're going to add that 100% or that $8.95 plus whatever the part is. So please make sure that you pay attention when you take your quiz. Let's look at another one. Paula bought a sweater that originally cost $30. It was on sale for 40% off the original price. What is the sale price? I'm going to highlight the important things. Originally cost $30, on sale for 40% off. What is the sale price? Now, if I want the sale price, do I want just 40% of 30? No, I need to find that 40% and then I need to subtract it. So let's use the two methods. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to also add my proportion, percent over 100 equals part over whole, new over original is over of, and see what we get. So I know that the original price is $30, and I know that a sale or a decrease of 40%, and I want to know the sale price. So I'm going to do the first way where we find 40% first. So we're going to say 40 over 100 is equal to something over 30, our original. 40 times 30 is 1,200. Divide by 100 and you get $12, which is how much it's off. So then you would say 30 minus 12 to get $18 as our total cost after the discount. Another way we could do this, again, if it's a decrease of 40%, I could say 100 minus 40 to find 60% as my total for my new price, and then 60 over 100 is equal to something over 30. I get 1,800 when I multiply these, and I get 18 as my final answer here. Whichever one works for you, again. Now, if a question said, what is the discount? Well, it's on sale for 40% off. If we found this $12, that is the amount for the discount, but it's not the sale price. Hope you understand that. Hope that makes sense. Please ask if you don't understand. All right, and then the last one, we're going to find the rate or the percent of increase or decrease. So last year, John earned $7.50 per hour working at a video store. This year, he is earning $8.10 at the same job. By what percent did John's hourly rate increase? All right, so before we do anything else, percent over 100 equals part over whole, new over original is over of. All right, now let's look at the things in the problem. So last year, John earned $7.50 per hour. Okay, this year, he is earning $8.10. And we want to know what percent did it increase. Now, we need to figure out our original and our new. Which one is the original? It's always going to be the older one. So, last year's $7.50. The new value is our $8.10. All right, we've got that. And we were trying to find the percent. Great. So, I'm going to put an X for percent over 100. And I know my new and I know my original, right? So my new is $8.10. My original is $7.50. I can cross multiply and divide. And I'm going to get 108 as my answer. Now, this is not how much it increased. 108 is the amount as compared to the original. But I know that 100%, which is the original percent, plus something gives me this 108. Well, how much did it increase? It increased 8%. So you would write that as your answer. All right? So make sure, remember, we always have our proportion, but there's always one extra step somewhere along the way. So make sure that you pay attention to the questions. Show your work for this quiz because you can get partial credit if you set up the proportion and maybe miss some other part. So please make sure you show your work on paper, and please make sure that you submit that picture so that I can then grade your quiz. All right? Good luck, friends.